Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker literally got married over the weekend, or like over the week. Like, dude, I didn't even read fully into this story because I just want to go into it with you right now. Look at these two. They literally got secretly married. Okay, let's read about it. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker shocking wedding. Drunk reality stars caught stumbling back to her hotel after saying "I do" to drummer in Elvis Chapel at 1:30 a.m. following Grammys, but it's not legal yet. Okay, so it's like religiously they're married. Okay, wait, there's an exclusive video? The newlyweds were spotted arriving back at their hotel around 2:30 a.m. after exchanging vows in front of... All right, we got to watch this video. Ugh, do I really have to sit through it? Okay. What's up, Daniela? Oh God, she's drunk. What did she just say right there?
That person right there is videoing. No, that person right there is videoing.
Something about her not liking them videoing. They're such badasses with all that leather and black. Okay, well, that's that. I mean, it is a kind of badass shot right there. She's kind of like, don't you video me after I just get married. I love how it's the sister of Kim Kardashian. That's what she's known as. Yeah, there's photos. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so insiders close to the couple initially said they came prepared with a marriage license, which they presented to the chapel's owner, who also serves as a witness. I didn't even know that you need a like a marriage license to get married. I thought you just get married. How do you get a license? Why do you need a license? License to marry. That was so cheesy. However, a source at the chapel later told TMZ that they did not actually get a license and therefore the marriage is not legal. Oh, so when you go to Vegas, because I was wondering this because I went to Vegas last week. When you go to Vegas and you get married, it's just like bullshit. It's not a real marriage. I mean, it is if you want it to be, but not under the eyes of the law or God, probably. A legal marriage license must be obtained. The couple said to be planning several other wedding celebrations to follow. One Love Wedding Chapel owner Marty Fearson told People, "I didn't know who it was until they pulled up. I advertised as 24 hours, but they wanted to make sure I was still there. They paid and they requested Elvis Presley. That was mandatory." I called back 5 minutes later and was like, I got an Elvis. And they were there. What is up? For some reason, I feel like Travis wanted that one. I want to get married by Elvis. They came, they got married, tossed the bouquet in the driveway, and danced to Elvis. They showed a lot of love and had a lot of fun. Oh, that's cute. A lot of kissing and hugging. They barely came up for air, so they were just mouthing each other the whole time. He also revered that Kravis's, ooh, how clever, Daily Mail, wedding party consisted of 4 people in total, which with guests documenting that who were they. They all had iPhones, taking pictures and videos from every angle. I don't know if they were friends or with the social media team. They filmed everything from the time they walked into the time they walked out, the vows, the kiss. You know what? I'm going to bet you there's going to be some sort of photo shoot that Kourtney's going to post. Okay. Look at that. They love open mouth tonguing. What is up? You guys are like 40. I guess I'm like 40 too. Wow, I didn't know Travis was worth around 50 million. Kourtney's worth about 65 million. Travis is a lot more money than I thought he did. Yeah. Because I still just see him as the Blink-182 drummer. But I understand that he's done much more than that. And probably made more money than he ever had with Blink-182. Okay. So they have prenups, yada, yada, yada. Children were not in attendance. Travis has a 16-year-old daughter and an 18-year-old son. Damn. Okay. Got it. Well, that's that. And guess what? There's also a story about Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, where Kim gets introduced to Pete's family. Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson's relationship continue to grow. In fact, it's spreading to other ports. Sources connected to Pete tell us Kim recently joined him on a trip to NYC. We're told Pete was there working on a movie, so Kim came to check things out, and the production happened to be close to Pete's grandparents' home in Staten Island. After the shoot was wrapped for the day, Kim and Pete dropped in to spend some time with his family, and Kim got to officially meet his grandparents. Of course, the meeting shouldn't be all that surprising. The two have been together for several months now, but bringing their family into the mix is always a big step. I mean, it's pretty fast. Like I said in the last video, if you guys saw, it's fast. They're moving fucking fast. They've known each other for less than a year, and they're already introducing to grandparents. And you know grandparents, they're the type of people that want to make sure this thing is going to marriage. You know, you don't introduce to grandparents just willy-nilly. Well, you also don't fucking brand yourself with your girlfriend's name after a few months too, Pete. Pete, God, please, just talk to me, bud. I know you think you're cooler than me and you're dating Kim Kardashian and you know, but you don't know, buddy. You don't. We also know Pete's become more than familiar with Kim's family, including her mom and sisters. One of the first pics we saw her paired together was snapped at Chris's home and saw blah, blah. Pete told blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. So it's getting more serious. And in other news, guess what happened at the Grammys this weekend? Well, oh my God. Worlds are colliding. And Taehyung of BTS, I hope that's how I say his name, please correct me if I'm wrong, and Olivia Rodrigo had a little skit they did together at the Grammys. But people are saying that there's a lot more spice and juice involved than just a regular skit. I mean, we could harken back to when Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson kissed on the magic carpet ride on SNL. People thought maybe that was just a skit, like I did, but it ended up being more. Could this be the same thing for Olivia and Taehyung? I hope I'm saying that correctly. Please forgive me if I'm not, and correct me as well. But let's watch it. And so this is really interesting because either they're really good actors, and remember, Olivia is a professional actor, right? So we got to keep that in mind. Let's watch this little interaction from the Grammys from Olivia and Taehyung. Okay, so that was it. That was the whole thing, right? And that was something rehearsed. They rehearsed that beforehand. This is a skit. They were asked to do this. And they also, come on, the Oscars had a viral moment. I think the Grammys wanted a viral moment too. And if you take two of the biggest pop stars in the world, put them together and act like they're flirting, you know what's going to happen. Little teeny boppers are going to come and they're going to go insanity and start speculating. And that's what we all want, right? We want the next big ship. And let's hope this is real, though, because maybe they are dating. Maybe they're friends. Maybe they've never met before. Do we know the answers? Let's really look at this in slow motion. Let me tell you something. She's like, tell me. That was a bad thing you told me. Are you serious? And he's like, so he stole a glance right there. Was that planned? The stealing of the glance? But what we're seeing now is after the skit, them still sitting together. Is there any chemistry going on? Olivia sees the camera. Nope. But here they are in the background here. Ooh, she did a little pat on the shoulder. Does that mean she likes him? So from a professional person that gets paid to tell you if a relationship is real or not, this relationship is undetermined, but from what I see, not real. It's just acting. Now, does that mean, like I said, that they're not in a relationship? Does that mean that they're not dating? Does that mean that they don't like each other? We don't know. We don't know any of this. But I'm going to keep my eyes on it. Hopefully there's more news. If the BTS army, if the Olivia Rodrigo army wants to fill me in on anything that they could get their hands on, let me know. DM me. We'll talk about it. Okay. Now we're going to get a little more serious, guys. How's everybody doing tonight, by the way? We see Daniela. We see Matthias. We see Joanna. We see Grizzly. And I just want to thank everybody for being here with me. And now, friend of the show, Sneeko, he asked me to be in this video. And since I don't live in New York anymore, oops, wrong video. Since I don't live in New York anymore, I couldn't do it. I live in LA. And so I wanted to see what this video was all about. It's called How to Break Up With Your Girlfriend. What's up, Katie? It's called How to Break Up With Your Girlfriend, and him and his girlfriend had broken up. I don't know anything about it. I don't know Sneeko's personal life. I watch his videos from time to time, and they're excellent. I don't know why, but I like Sneeko a lot. I think his personality is great. I think he tries to be way too tough. I don't know why. I don't know how he was raised. I don't know how he grew up. Maybe he had to fend for himself as a kid or something like that. But yeah, let's watch the video.
I voted against Trump.
Crazy. This is our first time meeting the night Trump lost. We broke up one day after this picture was taken. And so was all this footage I took at the very end of New York in Montauk. I was driving there to be alone and write this video when I called my ex to get back together. Nothing went wrong on that trip. It was some of the best time we spent together. But after I realized there was really no option but to break up.
Sorry I used you for clickbait. I miss you.
Joanna,
do you have a soulmate?
I don't know. I guess some of my friends are kind of like my soulmates.
Do you have a soulmate?
Yes, I do. They're my best friend.
Mia, do you have a soulmate?
I'm starting to see where this is going. What I'm guessing is he doesn't feel like he has that best friend vibe with his girlfriend. Is that it? I mean, you know what I talk about all the time. The best way to get into a relationship with anybody is treat them like your best friend. And if you have that best friend vibe, good, and express your attraction to that person. And it's the mixture of expressing your fucking sexual attraction to the person and treating that person like your best friend. That's the perfect vibe. If you don't feel like you could be your complete idiotic self with that person, then it's not good, baby.
One of them's my best friend. She's like a sister.
I think I have multiple soulmates, so many of them, because I am amazing.
I think soulmate can mean a lot of different things, but I think
Why you rolling your eyes? Like, let me finish. You don't think
Ooh,
that?
he flirting.
Said the same fucking
We
thing.
were meant to meet for a reason.
Fuck up the word, bro. You know what soulmate means.
Or maybe you just have a small perspective.
Ooh.
Be romantic though.
I'm not gonna call my bro my soulmate.
What?
I can. That's what I could call. I can call my buddies my soulmate. Come on, man. Stop being so fucking tough, dude. Sneeko, you want to be my soulmate?
Why not?
So again. Can you imagine me saying that to another man? Like, yo, bro, you my soulmate. This is my soulmate. His name is Richard.
Damn, stop taking it so
My
seriously.
breakup must have been humbling because everybody really opened up and reflected honestly, but I'll let you be the judge of that.
The dating, how's it going?
It's not.
Not at all.
I checked out. I'm just like over it right now.
You're on the apps and Tinder and Hinge and stuff.
Hell no, I can't. I want it to be more organic.
You want it to happen naturally, just meeting somebody.
Yeah.
All right, I mean, that's nice to do, but online dating is like so easy. You just meet anybody. You set up your profile in the right way. You message the people in the right way. You're going to meet good people pretty damn easily. She's kind of like really, really just shooting herself in the foot by going, no, I don't want to use... I really want to like dig in and ask these people like really, really why, because that sounds so stupid.
Oh, shit like that.
What's your number? That's the question. Whoa, of course I count.
He already goes in for it. I like that. That's what I would do. I'd fucking do that too.
How old are you?
I don't need to say it on this podcast. I don't even give a fuck.
But I wouldn't say, what's your number? I said, you want to go on a date with me? See, I'd get a little small commitment first. Then if she goes, yeah, then I'd say, what's your number? If she went, maybe, I'd go, all right, well, let's talk about it. And then if she says no, I'd say, why? You don't just go for the kill so quick. You got to build it up a little bit. Get those small commitments before you show your cards, buddy.
To be 30, honey.
I look like what, 16? Damn.
You look like you're like 23. I didn't say it's anything wrong. It's just not my flavor.
What's your flavor?
My age.
Whoa!
My name is Jay.
Jay, do you have a soulmate out there?
Yes, I do.
Yo, that look you only see in New York City. That fucking... that getup is dope to me. I mean, I would never wear it. But you don't see that in LA. You see that in New York City. The whole thing, head to toe.
No,
Why not?
because I'm not their soulmate. But because you love your soulmate, you let them live their life.
It's not gonna make you upset for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and I'm kind of cursed this way.
It's really sad. How do you cope with that?
I write poetry and do weed.
Good way to get some art,
That's
some,
how I
like,
say
some
it.
feelings out there. You probably like play the guitar at parties.
I play ukulele and bass.
What's the difference between love and obsession?
Love is healthy. Obsession is unhealthy.
Distinguishable, but love.
Obsession has neediness. Love is not needy. Love is unattached, which means that you're completely happy to let that person go if needed.
Is healthy and love is reciprocal. Obsession is not.
Oh.
Changes you.
Oh.
It hooks you in like an addiction.
Yo, these people are way too fucking serious for me. Look at this conversation. Shit.
Sounds like you're writing a song right now.
I hope so.
Can you explain a little more with soul tie? What do you mean by that?
Somebody that like knows you inside and out. They care about you more than they care about themselves. Kind of in a way. In a way.
Sounds insane to me.
Not really.
You really want that?
But I'm saying, like, if they know, like, I'm sick or something like that, they're catering to me kind of thing.
Like they gonna give you a kidney or two.
Yeah. I hope I don't need no kidneys. Do you have a soulmate?
I think it's all bullshit. Nah, I don't think so. 7 billion people in the world. How am I gonna meet everybody? You just pick what's around you.
Who's your soulmate, right?
Ooh, I'm like, nah, come on.
I don't think soulmate means one person. I think you could have a ton of soulmates. Soulmate to me is just somebody that you feel so comfortable and close with. The chemistry is so high That's it. That's really all it is. It's like basically a best friend. And if you're attracted to that person, best friend that you're attracted to and you're in a relationship with.
My name is Benny.
Benny, do you have a soulmate?
I don't think so. Well, not right now, I guess.
Is there one out there for you?
I hope so.
She's waiting?
Hopefully.
What is she getting back shots right now?
Oh, well, I don't know. Whatever she's doing, I hope she's happy.
Been in a relationship before?
Oh yeah, I just got out of a really long one. A mutual breakup though, but like it's really amazing to get to have a life where all of you is also wrapped up in someone else. Oh, I know I have something over here that's keeping me going, keeping me secure. I wanted to see what I could do when I didn't have.
Out of the comfort zone. How did you adjust to sleeping alone and not getting regular pussy?
Not gonna lie, that was tough. That was the toughest part. You know what I mean? Like every night you come home, you're like, bed is empty.
Open up the hub next to you, it's just not the same.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Look on Hinge, you start.
This guy's so nerdy, but I think he's trying to act like street for Sneeko.
These bad conversations talking about fucking, what's your favorite color? What's your star sign? You're like, fuck, I don't give a fuck, bro.
No, I'm just chilling. I'm right.
Take her on a date and you sit down.
Yo, by the way, if I don't believe in fucking star signs and zodiac signs, I just say I don't fucking believe in it. Plus, it's like, it's cooler to just say that than to be like, oh, well, tell me about it. Just let me hear about what your thoughts are about my moon rising. I'll listen, but all the while I'll also go, yeah, but it's not real. It's fun to talk about, but it's not real.
And you're like, hey, where do you work?
Star sign, dog. And I'm like,
fuck, bro, and you just miss her.
Danny.
Have you ever heard of that the guy in Hinge called West Elm Caleb?
Which guy?
They make fun of like guys with hats like that. They say that you ghost girls on the first date.
I always close girls on the first date. What are you talking about? What?
Do you have a soulmate?
Soulmate? Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Are you with her?
I am, I try. It's my wife.
I'm so
How long
confused.
have you been together?
Marriage jokes are always so cheesy. Are you with her? I try.
For a while.
Why'd you pick her?
I cannot just like ask, and because she's special, you know. Especially from my family, my parents, you know, they want to see. Yeah, it's like a thing where I'm from. It's like, but I love the person. I'm happy. So,
is marriage for the woman?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is. This is the will.
Look at him.
A good question. Is marriage for the woman? No. But I mean, that's just like a alt-right red pill conservative ass shitty way to bring it up. Like, I know more men that are obsessed with getting married than women. It all depends on who you're hanging out with.
See, now that you're married, you can't even say hi to them, right? Hey, would you like to be on the woman? Come over here.
I'm married.
Wait, come around. See me, look at me. I'm single. I can get 3 bitches to come through the stair. Look at them. They're going to all walk to the other side. You feel me?
Do it. You have to record it. I mean,
No, you're not doing that. You're interviewing for a podcast. This is a professional setting, Sneeko. This is not your way to trick women into fucking you.
New York, bro, you know?
Feel me? Like, come on, man. Now you're going to be married. You can't even, like, exercise that muscle. You're not going to miss that?
Yeah, I'm going to miss it.
Come in. No, I don't want to leave you out. Olivia, come on.
I'm Lemony. I'm Audra.
Is body count important?
No. Only if you're really bad, then that should be embarrassing to you. Like, how can you be a slut and not be good at it?
She liked that joke.
How do you know you're in a toxic relationship?
When you have a psychosis, a psychotic break. You're gonna ignore all your friends that are like,
Yeah, but no, that's the opposite of knowing you're in a toxic relationship. If you're in a psychotic breakdown, you lost touch with reality, so you don't know. All right.
good for you. Because you're like, no, yeah, he's toxic, but you guys just don't get it. You don't see him like me.
I didn't know you were in it when you were in it.
I was just like, why is he so...
Number one rule of relationships. Number one rule of getting into a relationship with anybody, whether it's friends, business, or romantic. If the person is slightly negative, just don't ever talk to them again. Don't ever see them again. oh, is that too like strict? All right, I don't give a shit. I only want to be with people that are super fucking positive. If you're negative at all to me, I just don't want to know you.
To me.
That's what love is supposed to be.
It was just like, I cuddled with this girl, but it's okay because she was cold. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Why you rolling your eyes? Like, let me finish.
So why is that person your soulmate?
Because we're perfect for each other in terms of friendship. He knows me, I know him.
Oh, it's a dude.
Yeah, we tell each other everything.
Is he gay?
No, he's not gay.
Whoa, this changes up everything.
What difference would that make though? If he
Your
was
soulmate is a straight man.
yelling, why you yelling?
Her soulmate. Why aren't you like? Why aren't you? You know what I mean?
Because romantically, we don't work.
But you tried.
Everything out of that, yeah, everything out of that, we're like perfect. He has a whole family, like a wife, children. But, you know, we're still really good friends. Even though I can say, like, this is my soulmate, we know each other perfectly, we get along perfectly. But being so close together didn't work. So, like, being together every single second, living together like that, it was like we butted heads.
So you were arguing all the time?
Not all the time, but we did butt heads.
Fighting over petty shit?
Yeah, petty.
All right, this part's getting boring.
And
emotions and shit like that. I was like, fuck that, you know what I mean? I finally established a sense of self-worth.
Are you so mad at her?
Yeah, a little bit, you know what I mean? But it's just like...
She blocked you?
I think I blocked her, but it's just like...
You blocked her?
Blocked her, yeah.
You got cheated on and blocked her? That's kind of like the girl thing.
I guess, I don't know. I still get a one-up every once in a while, because apparently I heard this. I heard from one of her friends that...
She's a whore?
Oh, yeah, no, big time. No, but she apparently cried when she found out I was in my most recent relationship. She was crying about it like 2 years.
You kind of feel good about that. You smiling.
Dude,
you're not over her, bro. You are not over her.
Like 3 inches to my...
Think of a smile, yeah.
This is a dorky conversation.
Time is really the only proven solution. For now, pretend like you don't care. Everything is gonna look a little duller for a while, then it won't. Then you'll find someone else who did the same shit she did. Hopefully.
I think it's crazy to think there's one person for you, because we change too much. I don't think you should spend your life searching for that one person.
Yo, old New York people are like the wisest people in the world. If you can live in New York until you're in your like 70s, you know something we don't.
Did you just settle with what's available?
Yeah.
Who did you settle with?
The first one I settled with was a nice guy. We were too young. We were just too young. And I settled with him because my father wanted me to get married, so I got married.
You got married?
It was bad.
Why did it fail?
Actually, the real reason why it failed was because he was gay and he didn't know it.
He was gay?
And he didn't know it and I didn't know it. That's the reason it...
You said we were young. What?
Out of a whole crowd, you lock eye contact and you don't look away. That's it's just...
What do you think you're looking for in a relationship?
Just someone to be like compassionate with me, someone to cater to me.
What about you? You want the liver, you want the kidneys. So it's like people need to care about you more than themselves.
I do want to be like the center of attention. I'm being honest with you.
What's the best way to break up with somebody?
Do a text for me.
Text?
For me.
So you don't want to have to face what you're doing.
Yep, I don't.
Is that fair? Shouldn't you have to deal with the reaction?
What if the reaction is like...
It's going to be.
My face or something, I don't know.
You want them to give you a liver and everything. They care about you more than them. Like, yeah, that's based on what you want. They go crazy.
Just like, hey, I'm packing my stuff up and I see you on the flip side. And I did it like while he wasn't home. So it was like he couldn't stop me or anything like that.
Wilding out on the phone?
Yeah.
How did you break up with her?
I just cried and I was like, look, like I've been feeling a lot of these self-consciousness. I've been feeling a lot of doubts. I've been feeling a lot of this.
She didn't cry too?
Oh, hell yeah. We both cried together. Like,
dope.
She just like saw the honesty and where I was coming from. And as a person that really cared and loved me, I think she really truly saw that maybe I was being pulled in a direction for a reason, or I was truly...
Was she hotter in the beginning of the relationship?
I think she's hotter at the end.
Why the fuck did you leave her? I don't understand, bro.
Trying to figure out, dog. So I'm trying to figure out.
Is body count important?
Dog.
I don't think so.
You could be with somebody with the 500 bodies?
I would never ask. What's my reason for asking? What's the real reason for asking?
Yeah, like I don't give a shit how many people somebody slept with if I'm going to be in a relationship with them. Just, I don't care. Has no effect on me whatsoever. I mean, I would tell how many people I had sex with if somebody asked me, but I don't give a shit about any of that.
Policy and like personal ego. Yeah.
And if he says 20, what, is that too much for me? Like, oh, you done fuck 20 bitches, I gotta go?
Okay, so say you didn't ask him. Say you found out he had 1,000 bodies.
Well, I would probably look at him different because I'm like, damn, how old are you that you done fucked 1,000 bitches?
He's like 33, he's 34.
And how did, I think it's a problem, right?
It's a problem now? I thought you said it didn't matter.
A mental problem, like bigger than just like.
So it doesn't matter, but now it's a mental problem?
Matter, but it is a problem. Like,
why is it a problem?
How do you fuck 1,000 people?
All right, let's do some math. All right. 1,000 divide. Oh, wait, actually, let's see. 33, because they said 33. Let's just say 18. That's 15 years. 1,000 divided by 15. That's about 66 a year. Now, 66 or 67 divided by 12 is about 6 a month, right? 6 a month. So 6 divided by 30 or something. Wait, hold on. What am I doing here? 30. Oh, 1 every 5 days. So if from 18 years old to 33 years old, you had sex with a new person every 5 days, I think I'm right, then that would be 1,000 people, right? Make sure my math's right, everybody. I don't see that as that insane. That doesn't like fucking blow my mind.
Like that.
Are you a sex addict?
Everybody's a sex addict.
Oh, they are?
Sex is like the best. How you? Yeah.
Addiction, though. It's an addiction.
I love how she just gets super real with it. Like, you understand, addictions ruin lives, sneaky boy. It's not a game. It's not a joke. Okay? And I have been a sex addict in the past. It's not good. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. You don't enjoy sex when you're a sex addict. You're just trying to get it in so you can move on to the next one. That's not fun. I was actually really scared once I realized that was happening. And I stopped having sex for several months because I wanted to reset my brain. And that worked. But yeah, that's why I'm very specific about how I go about dating, because it's like eating for me. If I just have no rules, I just go overboard.
Everybody's kind of addicted to sex. The whole world is.
Addiction. No.
Most, I would say literally all men want to have sex every day, but they just can't. So they settle with, because you can't fuck, like you need.
Just said you 1,000.
That's not every guy. I think every guy
So that's a problem, right?
Every guy low key.
An addiction. The difference between an addiction and something healthy is when an addiction gets in the way of you being able to just normally live and operate your life. Just like do what you want successfully in life. If something that you're doing on a consistent basis fucks with the rest of your life, that's an addiction.
But they just can't do it, so they jerk off or they just don't do it.
You speaking for yourself, you big freak. Realistic, would people really do that?
I like this one.
You can have sex with
a new person every single day. Would I?
Hey, would you?
Yes.
Yo, look at the body language. She's like leaning back. He's moving forward. Not that she's not into him or anything like that, but it's funny to see. He's an intense individual. Engaged, though. And that's what I like about him. He's an engaged guy. He's present. He's in the moment. He focuses on the person in front of him fully. But he's intense.
No doubt in my mind. With a new woman, if I could choose any, and there was no, I didn't have to spit game or buy dinner, I would, yeah, what?
No, I could not have sex with a different person every single day.
Because you're not
See, that's the thing. It's like, I like women. I like spending time with women. It's fun. The whole lead up to sex is exciting, is fun. to just like, all right, I'm just gonna bang right now. That gets tiring. It gets old. I mean, there's prostitution for that.
Is it different from me having had sex with 5 people than 20 people? Why? Why?
That's just what it is with men and women.
I have sex with 1 million people.
Right. A key that can open up 1 million locks, that is the best key. A lock that's opened by any key, you gotta change that lock.
That's the problem. It's a double standard. And that means
There's 1 million double standards in a relationship.
I mean, you just came up with like some stupid key lock thing that has nothing to do with real life, but it could sound really smart to fucking idiots. It doesn't matter if women have a ton of sex with a ton of people. Doesn't matter whatsoever. It has no effect on me whatsoever.
there are, and you know what it is? Fucking stupid.
Sorry. It is. Well, why I gotta pay for dinner every night? You know what I mean?
You don't have to pay for dinner every night. Who said you did? What are all these rules you're making?
The dilemma for me was deciding when the stress of a relationship outweighs the love. How do you know when you're just better off by yourself? I learned the answer is success just has no time for emotions. People get to the top of any industry by working algorithmically. Good work. But most likely you're like me, where horny and lonely is enough to pause your whole life. The reason I made this video is it forces me to reflect and be objective with that year-long relationship instead of just being petty. What I really want to do is villainize her in my head and fixate on all the bad things. But the reality is I was closer with her than I was with any other human in that time period, bro. I traveled the world with her, ran business with her, pillow talked every night, matured and learned about each other, and now we don't even speak. Still, I know our experiences will stay with me forever, and that's the part that I should remember. My chapter with her is over, and it was a good one. The 2-hour full-length version of this podcast on
All right, well, I mean, I was hoping to learn more about his relationship. I thought they were going to get into that. I mean, I really liked the 1-minute podcast and hearing people's thoughts and all that type of stuff and seeing Sneeko interact with people, which is fun. But I was hoping to get a lot more out of him and his relationship, what happened, why they broke up, what their relationship was like. All right. Maybe I'll see if he can come on the podcast and he'll talk to me. I want to hear about that. All right. Let's jump in the chat real quick before we get into Zoom. We're going to do some conversation, everybody. Let's see what we're talking about over here. Sandra says, talking about negativity, I recently had a guy on a date that said he wanted to buy me a whole new wardrobe so I could have clothes to accentuate my body more as I was in my work clothes. Never again. He was just taking like, that's what Kanye did to Kim Kardashian, and he probably thought that was dope. And women probably were like, oh, if a guy did that for me, I would love it. And then he probably wanted to do it to you. And you were like, you're weird. And what is he gonna, how much money did this guy have? He was probably just gonna shop at Fashion Nova. Ricky says, I have 22 notches on the bedpost. Damn, Ricky. Play. Power of the God Hand says, so what do actually teach in your classes? Because you reacting to stuff doesn't teach me anything. That's actually a really nice segue, the Power of the Hand God thing. Well, I have a new class for you. It is called, hold on, let me bring it up. It is called Become an Amazing Conversationalist, How to Connect and Build Chemistry with Anybody. And I will play the fucking intro for you, God Hand Power of.
And you could say I was socially and station going past 10 seconds. How do I know if this person even wants to be?
Come on.
Meeting new people is one of the scariest things to do, no matter who you are. Meeting with someone for a job interview or just making new friends in general. There's so many aspects to meeting someone new. What do I say? How do I keep the conversation going past 10 seconds? How do I know if this person even wants to be talking to me. The list goes on and on. Well, now you could learn everything you wanted to know about conversation in just 4 hours, and that's what we'll be doing in this class. My name's Anthony Recenello, and in this class, I'm going to show you...
All right. So it's a 4-hour-long course on literally how to start a conversation and bring it to an actual relationship. Every little thing you need to learn. I've been coaching for over 15 years. I've been obsessed with social skills and conversation and relationship building and chemistry and charm for a very, very long time. And finally, I put together a class on exactly that stuff. I talk about headspace. I talk about actual conversation skills, how to never run out of anything to say, how to compliment, how to bring things to the next level, how to balance sincerity and deviance, how to lead, how to be vulnerable, a million things. This is it. The link is in the description of this video that you're watching right now, everybody. I'm so excited to get this out to you. Let's look at some stats so far from the class. I've had it out for a couple of weeks now. 116 students so far, 13,000 minutes watched, and 3 reviews. So we got one from Teresa Michelle, such a sweetheart to give me such a nice review. And then these people gave a review that just said it exceeded my expectations, which is very nice, but I would much prefer something more like what Teresa said. Yeah. So link in the description. You get a full free month of Skillshare. If you just want to take my class and you don't actually want to keep Skillshare, sign up for the trial. It's a month long, so you won't get caught after a day where they charge you. Sign up for the free trial, watch my course, take in everything you can, cancel the trial, and you got a free class. That otherwise would have cost at least $300. That's what I was going to price it on my private website. But I wanted to get it out to you guys for free because the pandemic has ended, basically. Not really, but we could all go out without masks. We could socialize. We can go to group functions, whatever, parties, just approach people in public without it feeling creepy or weird. And everybody's a little socially stunted right now, so I wanted to hook you up with a free class. Now, to the people that actually took the class, maybe not all of it, but some of it, I want to bring y'all in to Zoom so we could practice conversation skills together. I could help you out with anything that you need some work on, you want some clarification on. Let's see. We have 3 people in the Zoom right now. We got Caleb, who was here first, and then Matthias and Lorray. Now, I don't know who came first, Matthias or Lorray, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Caleb is here, and I want to talk to him! So, let's do it. What up, buddy?
Hey!
Make sure to mute the stream.
It's muted.
You're so smart, but I can't see you.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, I can't see you.
Oh, well, you're not going to see me. This is a one-sided relationship here.
Missed the chance. Okay.
Yeah, look at that hair, boy. Yo, do we have the same? Wait, hold on.
All right.
I think my hair is a little, bigger than yours, but what up?
Nothing.
Have you taken the course?
I started it.
How far did you get?
To the 3rd video, I think. I stopped at positive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
But first, I wanted to tell you something.
Oh, what's up?
So I've been texting this girl. Met her on Bumble.
Woo!
And yeah, and I was like, okay, hey, I gotta go watch this live stream real quick. And she responded with, oh, I guess you stream games, don't you? Something kind of read this in a negative,
shading you.
Sense. Yeah. And I was like, actually, I follow this dating coach, and he teaches and really preaches against the alpha mentality, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
Wow.
And she just responds with, after a few minutes, damn, that's hot. And
see?
I was like, so thank you. Anthony.
Wow, thank you. That was a great story. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like, to me, it's weird that people aren't excited to tell people about what they're learning in terms of social skills and dating. And I think it's just because of the creepy ass pickup artists and red pill shit that are legitimately embarrassing. But it's like, for me, it's like, you know what's more, like, you know what you should be more, I guess, embarrassed by is like, oh, like why isn't anybody feeling like ashamed of going like, oh, I take a martial arts class? That's going like, oh, I'm literally going to a place because I want to learn how to defend myself. If somebody wants to fight me, I can't defend myself. I literally can't fight. So I have to go to a place to learn to fight. It's like,
and people aren't embarrassed about that.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, they shouldn't be, but
no, they shouldn't be. But basically what I'm saying is like, people shouldn't be embarrassed about learning social skills. Everybody is at the same level of social skills. Like, seriously. And so anyway, I think that's fucking dope, dude. And that's true confidence right there, by the way.
It wasn't until recently, like, I feel like the beginning of learning social skills is to realize how shitty your social skills are. So yeah, I tried to talk to a girl at a bar a few weeks ago, and she says, "Oh, I recognize you because you look like your brother." And I said back to her, I was going, "Oh, how did you know that?" But the words that came out of my mouth were, "Oh, how's your case?" And she, I won't forget this look. She just went, just like gave me.
Wait, were you drunk?
I've had a few, but I was definitely so coherent. Like,
so the beard's looking good, by the way.
Like, my what?
The beard is looking good, by the way.
Oh, thank you. This is about as much as I can grow.
Yeah, me too. Right, me too. I have a weird beard. But
just not a very hairy person.
Yeah, but no, it's looking good. So do you want to do you have any questions about conversation or meeting somebody that you want to talk about and possibly do exercises with today?
I guess if I had anything, it'd be shyness, because I'm a pretty shy person.
Cool.
But do you cover that at all?
Yes. Yeah, a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big person. I'm big about not being charismatic. You don't have to be charismatic. Charismatic is more for performance-based type of things. Connection, you could be really chill and relaxed, and actually a ton of amazing conversationalists that are super charming are super chill, relaxed people. They're not like very outgoing and, hey, how you doing? You know, they're a lot more relaxed. So like, first of all, I mean, the obvious thing is just own your mood. I remember I would go on, like a long time ago when I would go on like a ton of dates, I would go on like one date every night or something like that.
Yeah.
There would be a lot of times where I would be in a very low mood and I like was not in the place to feel like I could be entertaining and very charismatic and all that type of stuff. And I had to go on these dates. And what I did is I tried to force the outgoingness.
Ooh, and yeah, that gave you more anxiety, didn't it?
Yeah, it gives me more anxiety, and it made me it just made me weirder and not myself, and it was just really bad. And I thought I had to match people's energies. And what I realized is like, one night I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm literally just going to own exactly how I feel. I don't care anymore. Like this, it just sucks so bad. This like pain of having to force my vibe sucks so much. I hate it. So I don't care anymore. I'm just going to go and be exactly how I want in this interaction. And I did. And what I found was really weird. The person that came to me and was like really kind of like outgoing and energetic kind of came down to my level and kind of just like relaxed with me. And I was like, oh, wow, that was really cool. But there is a caveat to this. And you still have to be present and engaged while you do this. So you can't be like introverted, like, you know, not making eye contact, not really even interacting, and not really like, I still want you to be treating the person in front of you as the most important person in your life at that moment, right? So that always has to be there. But you're allowed to do it at whatever pace or mood that you want. And own it. And you're going to find, one, that you actually lose anxiety because you're saying, I'm just going to do what I want. I don't care about the consequences of this. And two, you're going to actually find that people will match or maybe meet you in the middle in terms of the interaction. And that was really, really, really helpful for me because there were a lot of times, like when I was in my early 20s. How old are you again?
25 now.
Yeah. So I was around your age, and I would be going out to bars every night. There was one year, I think it was like 24 years old, where I literally went out to bars every night for a full year. And once again, there were a lot of nights that I felt really just not very extroverted, really kind of introverted, quiet. And, you know, in New Jersey, like bars are not chill places. Like they are loud sports bars where, like, you know, pop remixes, pop club remixes are being played. People are I know, it's horrible. Not my place either. I was so glad to find that bars aren't like that all over the world. But I felt this pressure, especially because all my friends, you know, were extroverts, and I felt this pressure to always be matching that. And it sucked, man. It really sucked. And a lot of people, like, I would be able to like put up this front for a little bit, but eventually, like, my body took over, my brain took over, and just, you know, people would be like, are you angry? Like, what happened? You were all very, you know, you were all really like energetic and bubbly, and now you're just kind of nothing right now.
You're really trying to push it. And it just,
And for me, and for me, it's not that I was in a bad mood. I was in a good mood, but I was introverted. You know, I want to be introverted when I'm feeling introverted. So again, once I started owning it and just saying, I'm going to do exactly what I want, as long as I'm still 100% engaged with the person, that should never be compromised, then I could do whatever I want, and people actually like it. It's you know, it's actually because my engagement goes away when I try to force my outgoingness, because then I put too much of a focus on being entertaining, and I lose the focus on being engaged with the person. Being engaged is the important part. How do you feel about that?
I like it. I feel like what comes along with this is being genuine to yourself.
Yeah.
So if I'm more of an introvert, I'm not going to be in a whole explodey like person.
Yeah.
Like, so, and I guess that gives you some kind of other confidence with doing that.
100%. And you're gonna, then what's also gonna happen is through your experiences, your brain is gonna go, oh wow, you actually had positive feedback from this vibe that you formerly thought was a bad vibe, is now a vibe that people like. So then you're gonna be more confident in that chill vibe, which, you know, in the future is gonna make it even better and better, and then make yourself more comfortable with yourself.
Sure.
Cool.
It just takes practice.
It does. It takes it takes conscious effort of saying, I have to own this vibe. I have to own this vibe.
Are you eating something?
Yeah, I'm just like snacking.
It's all right. I have a spoon of peanut butter here.
Oh, dope. You're like a Joe Black. of ginger mints from Trader Joe's. They're so good, and I'm just eating them like candy. But I shouldn't because I think they give me diarrhea.
I need to go back to the vegetables, man. There's
Yes,
a clear
dude.
difference in how I feel.
Do so. Vegan lifestyle is great, my dude.
Oh yeah, you're vegan.
Yeah. Your breath won't ever smell bad. Your farts won't ever smell bad. So you could fart in public silently, and no one will ever know. Okay.
These are benefits I had no idea of.
Yeah.
Love
See,
it.
this is like advanced social skills I'm teaching you now.
No, go into nutrition now. I love it.
Yes. Yes.
Every time I'm on here, I get some kind of offhand advice.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You have any other questions?
I don't think so.
Cool.
No.
So let's do this. Do you want to jump
All right.
back into the waiting room? I'm going to talk to other people, and then perhaps I could throw you into like a little mock date, mock conversation with somebody to practice conversation skills later on?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, buddy. Yeah. All right. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right. Later.
All right. We're going to bring in Lorray because Matthias said in the chat to do him last. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Hi.
Hi. Looking great. I love the stripes. Gives me like a French vibe.
Thank you. I felt French today.
Oh, good. I felt like a hard laborer today. So how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So how far have you gotten into the conversation class?
I just finished it
Really? When?
a few days ago.
Oh, nice. And what'd you think? What are your thoughts?
I thought it was amazing. Like, I've always struggled with social skills, so thank you.
Wow. I love to hear that. Is there anything in particular that you liked?
I was on a walk with my sister.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked how there's those two sides of every person. Like, I kind of went into the psychology of it, which I was very fascinated about. And then also, my sister said that she already saw like a change in me. So my social skills have really improved.
Wow. And so what do you think you've applied from that course?
Sorry, my dad was just talking very loudly.
No worries.
Yeah, he's just being a very much South African right now.
That's cool. Okay. So like what?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you think you applied from the class so far?
So far, I've really applied like that kind of leaning into my other side a little bit more. Like I
deviant side.
A little more, my deviant side.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of joking a little bit more, which I found was pretty uncomfortable at first, but now that I'm like practicing it a lot more, it's
that's so great.
A little bit of a habit.
Oh, that's so great. And so like, how would you practice it?
I like practiced it by like making jokes in the middle of class, like just to my friends, because sometimes there's these long pauses that my professor expects us to laugh in. So.
Okay. That's so great.
So yeah, instead I'd make my friend laugh about something else.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm loving it, Lorray. That's awesome. Now, is there any part of the class that you found you'd like want to work on today with me?
I wrote it down somewhere, but I can't find it. It's probably just under all my psychology notes right now.
That's pretty cool that you wrote it down, though.
Yeah, I usually write things down and I'm more organized usually, but oh well. I think maybe initiating like carrying on the conversation is something I struggle with. Like right now, I'm just like, I don't really know what to say.
Got it. Threading.
Yeah, threading.
Okay. You want to work on that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So threading is one of my favorites. It helped me so much. And it's what we and anybody watching this, Lorraine knows this because I talk about it in the class, but anything that I teach on conversation, it's what you naturally do when you are with your best friend that you feel super natural with. And so you automatically do this stuff, but if we could reverse engineer what you do with your best friend and then remind yourself of it when you're in a less comfortable place, it really helps. And so what threading is, it's very simple. It's a way to take whatever just happened, just was talked about, and somehow it doesn't even have to be this direct literal connection. It could be some sensory association that you have with what was talked about, pulling it into a new topic. And so you see it as like a ball of thread, and then you could take that thread, pull it apart, and then there's more threads, and then you pick which one you want to talk about. You pull on that thread, pull it apart, and then there's more threads. And so a great exercise for threading is to just get really simple and start with just a word. And that helps us take away all of the like complex, like complicated parts of conversation and bring it down to the bare bones. So I'll come up with a word for you. Flower.
Okay.
So with flower, all I want you to do is express yourself. It could have anything to do with flower. It doesn't even have to be literal, like, here's a flower. Let me talk about flowers. Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised that some of the flowers are still like growing in my garden because it was hailing this morning and I thought that it would all like go down. And it was so weird. And it wasn't hailing where I go to school, and yet it was hailing by my house.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just expressed yourself, and now there's a couple things that popped up, right? So we could talk about, I'm going to talk about how my brain goes through it, okay? So what happens with threading is whatever was just said, whatever connection you have to what was just said, you could pick your favorite top 3. And then after you have 3, then you pick your favorite one and then go off on that thread. So for me personally, I'm thinking of the movie Magnolia, because in Magnolia, it talks about like all of these crazy, unlikely things that happen. One of them was like frogs falling from the sky. And so then I thought of hailing like only at your house, which is like something so random and so unusual. So that's where I thought of Magnolia. So what I could do is I could talk about Magnolia, the movie. I could talk about frogs falling and that being some sort of like biblical thing, and maybe this was a biblical thing to you. Okay, 2, I could talk about just hail in general and how it's such a weird phenomenon, and sometimes hail is like the size of like, you know, a baseball. Sometimes it's only a really small thing. And then the third thing I could talk about is, let's see. Well, I only have 2 right now, so that's all I care about. And so I want to talk about Magnolia. But for you, this is your thread exercise. So take what you just said and take some association, whatever it was, and give me 3 things. It could be 2 too, because I only gave 2.
Okay. Probably like how the weather just can't make up its mind. Like in one part of the Okanagan where I live, it just decides to hail, and then on the other side, the sun is like super bright. I have to wear sunglasses, but I forgot my sunglasses at home.
Okay, cool. That's one.
The second one is probably, yeah. The second one is kind of like, oh man, I don't know how to word this. Probably like how I just barely hear the rain, but when it was hailing, my dog was just covered in hail, and I was like, what is going on? Because I hadn't realized it was hailing earlier. Probably, my mom was really concerned that it would dent my car. The hail would dent my car.
Wow, that's funny. That would be crazy to see your dog just covered in hail and be like, wait, what the heck just happened? Okay, now let's have a third if you want.
Third one was probably like seeing my trampoline just covered in hail when I went back to the backyard just to like check what was going on. Like it's a very small trampoline, but it was like bouncing off the trampoline.
Okay, so we have three things. Now remember, you chose things that were very close to the literal definition of hail, but we could have talked about anything. We could just talk about the weather. You could talk about things that fall down. You could talk about Lorray, are you there?
Sorry, my sister just dropped off food for me.
Awesome. What food is it?
A&W.
Oh, really? Like the root beer company?
Yes.
Oh, that's dope.
Yes.
Did you get root beer?
What?
Uh-oh. Your internet's kind of cutting out a little bit.
Oh, I didn't get root beer.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you picked your three things. And then all you got to do now is just pick your favorite and express yourself. So like, what is the most fun for you to talk about and express yourself? Now, remember, expressing yourself is not stating facts or stating experiences, but it's expressing your feelings, opinions, or thoughts about something. Lorray is gone.
Sorry, my internet just like froze for a second.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, I missed that part.
Okay, so we're going to try one more time. All right, so if you have three things, pick your favorite thing of the three that you just mentioned that you want to express yourself about. What's the most fun thing that you'd like to express yourself? Now, remember, expressing yourself is not stating experiences. It's expressing emotions, thoughts, or opinions.
Okay. Yeah, like my dog, he always decides that he wants to go. Whenever my mom just lifts her arm and she's lying on the bed, he goes and just like crawls up around her neck so that she can't do anything else. And it's so funny. She doesn't do it with anyone else except my mom. And so, yeah, he's a super funny dog, but sometimes he acts like a cat. Like one time he actually meowed. So yeah, I really like my dog. He's the one, he's the little one, so he always bugs the older one. My other one, the dog that I'm talking about right now is Cabrio. So he is white right now, but when we first got him, he was brown. And then the other one is Espresso, and he's black. He usually hangs out around here, but today he decided not to.
Cool. All right, so all that juicy stuff that you just said, what are three things that interest you based on what you said? Now remember, it doesn't have to be literal. Like, it doesn't have to be, let me talk more about my dog. It could be about having pets. It could be about, weird things that people do. It could be, it could be anything. It just has to be some sort of association to what you said. And make it things that you're actually like interested in.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
We just got muted.
Yeah, so really interesting how my dog's brain works. But I'm more interested in human brains. They're a lot more interesting, like how we like make different connections in our minds. And that's why I have that green thing over there. It's a brain. It's in a 3D model.
Oh, cool.
And like I decided to make it green because status is awesome, and that's one of the main colors. So.
Woohoo! Okay. So that's one thing. So we're talking. Okay, actually, you did a couple. One is the green thing back there, and then also you wanted to talk about like humans, how humans behave, which is another thing. And then actually, let's just go with those two right now. So, what is more fun for you to express yourself with, that green brain thing or how humans behave?
Probably the humans behave.
Cool.
Thing.
Cool. All right. So what's so exciting about how humans behave?
Like how right now I'm taking this class about kinships. So kinships are different types of relationships and how we behave in certain ways, especially when we're like in blended families. I'm working on a project right now about the different types of blended families. And there was this one really interesting thing that I found, and it's called a walking marriage, where how everyone is on the same playing field. And so it's more matriarchally structured environment. So two people engage in a equal state of intimacy where it's purely about satisfaction and making it able so that everyone is able to have some kind of input about how society will be structured and how we behave in certain areas of development. For example, child development. I'm very interested in child development and especially atypical development, where such as kids with autism or dyslexia.
And why are you interested in
Yeah,
that?
I'm interested in that because I'm one of those kids who always needed extra help, but a lot of people thought that it was unfair to other students that I would get that support, especially my teachers. If I said I needed a little bit of extra time just to organize my thoughts, they said that it was unfair to the other students because no other students get that accommodation.
Oh my God.
Ever.
Wow. And so do you feel like you want to, change that or improve that in childhood development?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm going into special education and then hopefully going into my master's of behavioral analysis.
Damn. Gosh, I have such smart people on this show. Gosh, that's so awesome. But you know what? Let's stop right there. I want you to think about what we're talking about right now. And now think about what the word was that we just began with. What was it?
Flower.
Flower. Think about, we just went from flower to talking about your life's purpose. Isn't that crazy? And we jumped from so many different topics. By the way, we just got a new member. And I can't really what's the, hold on, let me try to figure out the name of that person. It was like a la blam. Damn it. If you are here, please jump into the live chat, say your name so I could see who you are, and thank you. Thank you so much for coming in here, being a member. Okay, so now, Lorraine, we're going to take this exercise and take it even more basic. We're going to make it really, really simple. So now we're just going to do threads with words, just a word. So I'm going to give you a word. You give me 3 words back that remind you of that. I'll give you 3 words back that remind me of my favorite one. And then back and forth, back and forth.
Okay.
Cool. So my first word is phone.
Family, chat, technology.
Hold on one second. I got to switch AirPods. This one's about to die. Okay. I'm going to choose technology. And so from technology, I'm going to say live stream, music, and AI. So pick your favorite word and then branch off into 3 more words that remind you.
Okay. Music. So iPod. Memories. Driving.
Nice. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to choose driving. Tesla. Road trips. And space travel.
Okay, I'm gonna choose road trips, camping, potholes, robots.
Nice.
I mean, traffic lights.
Now remember, like, it doesn't even have to be so, it could be anything that reminds you of it. You know, it doesn't have to be so closely connected. And I think this is where people get messed up a lot. They think they have to keep on the topic so directly, and that's what causes people to have a conversation end prematurely. I want you to feel so free to say, I could pick whatever I want. It just has to remind me. It just has to give me the emotion of that word. And that'll help you be even quicker to say, you know what? I don't have to be so serious about making sure this is the perfect thing. Because really, in conversation, you don't even have to thread. Michelle Costa just became a beta friend. Oh my God. I was not expecting this stuff to happen today. Okay. So what usually happens in conversation when people meet is they stay on one topic and then they try to talk about absolutely everything they possibly can around that topic and never leave that topic. And when they've kind of went through that entire topic, then they're kind of like, okay, well, all right, it was nice talking to you. Now that's what 2 people do that are platonic. In other words, people that just met and they have not established themselves as friends yet, like personal. And it's because 2 friends, they talk about whatever they want to talk about. People that aren't friends, they should just talk about the only topic that's at hand right now. And so another great thing about jumping into any topic you want is it helps the two people feel more like friends too. So like, even if you wanted to have zero segue whatsoever, you could just be like, you know what I was thinking about the other day, whatever. But most likely in conversation, like it happens naturally with your friends, is you are always segueing from the last thing. And that segue could be anything. Like I said, it could just be emotional. So let's do, what I'd love to do is, how about we bring in, who did you have like a mock conversation with last time?
Daniel.
Daniel.
I think.
Got it. Okay, cool. Would you like to have Matthias come in and practice this with you?
Sounds good.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's who I'm bringing in. Now, everyone remember, it's about 4 a.m. for Matthias. He's here specially for this podcast to talk to Lorraine. And we are waiting for him to enter. And while we're doing that, I mean, I could just look at the chat really quick. I'm seeing that Shayla went on a date right before this live stream, and she's telling the story of the date, but I don't have time to read it all. That would be fun if she came on and told the story. But it seems like Matthias is having a bit of an issue coming on. Let's see what else we got in the chat here. Yeah. Well, I don't know what's going on with Matthias right now, but I guess I'll bring in Caleb. Oh, wait, there's another Matthias in here. So it's probably that he... All right, we're just going to find out what happens. I just admitted 2 Matthiases. Both Matthiases are having issues. All right, Matthias. He said Zoom crashed. How's that A&W? Those fries look good. Making me hungry. Wait, hold on one second. Whoa, there he is.
Yay.
All right, hold on one second. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. I don't know why, but the screen did it side up and down, which is actually kind of cool.
What?
Nothing. It's nothing.
It's nothing.
Oh, just make sure to mute me.
I did mute you on your channel.
Oh, that's weird. I hear myself. Oh, it's probably the Zoom. Can you put on headphones?
Hear yourself? Hold up 1 sec.
Sorry, Lorraine. You should keep eating, Lorraine.
Sounds good.
Oh god. Okay, how about this? Okay. Am I loud and clear now?
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
how am I sounding?
now.
Fuck. Yeah, sorry.
It's all right.
It was okay. That was kind of loud, and I'm super nervous.
No worries.
Don't be nervous.
But you guys are such adorbs. Like, yeah. So, yeah.
Well, how you doing, Matthias?
I'm doing great. Actually, I have a few notes that I wanted to read up for you because the last few weeks I actually had a friend of mine watching the Vedas podcast with me, but she fell asleep, and you left me on Zoom. So,
Oh, well, you're here now.
yeah, I'm here now. I'm really happy about it.
Oh, I'm really happy you're here.
I'm happy to see Lorraine though.
Yeah, she's great.
She is. You're gorgeous, Lorraine. I just have to say it.
Oh, thank you.
I could tell he's been holding that back, and he just needed to let it out.
Yeah, I actually like. Honestly, your glasses still look amazing. I love them.
All right. Not too much, okay? We're gonna keep this professional.
Oh my God, do I have to hold back?
Yes, you do. This is a mock, not real.
Sorry. Hey, I got my coffee.
All right. So Matthias, did you take the conversation class?
Yeah, I have, but I haven't gotten so far into it. I mean, I'm into the vulnerability parts so far.
Okay, cool. So what we're going to do right here is just practice the threading exercise. Did you watch Lorraine practice it with me?
I've been stuck in the chat, to be honest.
No worries. Okay, so with threading, all it's doing is whatever topic we're talking about at the moment, just take 3 new ideas that remind you of the topic that you just talked about and pick your favorite one and talk and express yourself about that. But before we do that, we're just going to use words to show you how simple conversation is going to be. So basically, no expressing yourself, but only using words that remind you of the last topic. So basically, Lorraine will present a word to you. You say 3 words that remind you of that.
Okay, something that I associate with, let's say, summer.
Yes, exactly. And then Lorraine will pick her favorite word from that and say 3 words from there, and then back and forth. And that's how, if anybody has problems with running out of things to say, it's the easiest way to practice saying, well, I could always have something to say because I could always associate something with what we just talked about.
Okay.
Cool,
yeah,
Lorraine?
I think.
Yeah, cool, but oh man, my South African's coming out. Sorry.
That's amazing.
All right, cool. Let's get started. Throw him a word, Lorraine.
Okay, lights.
Legs?
Light, like the light.
Oh, light. Summer, bright days, and bathroom.
Okay. Cupcake wars. Beach. Robots.
Yeah, so Matthias, pick your favorite word from those 3 and then choose 3 words from your favorite.
Okay. I think she said peach or beach.
Choose honestly, it whatever you want. So choose which one you want it to be.
Peach.
Okay, now 3 words from peach.
My turn?
Yeah, so you're choosing 3 words from your favorite of her 3.
Okay, so peach and cupcakes, if that was right.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one was robots. Am I getting this right?
Yeah, you're getting it right.
Which is your favorite word from there?
I would say peach.
All right. Give me 3 words that remind you of peach.
3 words that remind me of peach. Fruits,
Mhm.
summer, and warmth.
Nice.
Okay.
Can I give-
I'll go with warm. Take point. Sidewalk. Dog.
Sorry. Can you repeat those again?
Okay. So it was cape.
Cake.
Then it was sidewalk
Sidewalk.
and dog.
Cake, cyborg, and dog. Okay. Cake, cyborg, and dog. I'm gonna go with cake, actually. And now I choose. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3 words.
Okay. Sugar. Energy and social events.
Cool. All right, guys. Now we're going to make this even more simple. And even though it's going to be simple, I want it to be more fast paced. So I want you to try to have as little time to think of your word and no thinking at all, actually. I want it to be more of a feeling, a reminding. Now, in this way, we're only going to have 1 word at a time. So Lorraine will say a word, and then Matthias will go, that reminds me of this word. Lorraine goes, that reminds me of this word. That reminds me of this word. And try to go back and forth as quickly as you can.
Okay.
Cool. So Matthias, you could start with your word.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Beta's podcast.
That reminds me of socializing.
Amazing people.
That reminds me of culture.
What?
Culture.
Culture. Okay. And to pick up artists.
That reminds me of soccer.
Soccer. Running.
That reminds me of track and field.
Mario.
That reminds me of, what was it called in English again? Seriously, I cannot remember the word.
All right,
red.
just. Oh, okay.
Red. Okay, red. Red wedding.
Reminds me of Russia.
Reminds me of winter.
Reminds me of snow people.
This is so fun. I'm enjoying this. Okay. Star Wars.
Reminds me of being called Layla. What was it again? Man, I can't remember. I don't know that much about Star Wars. Princess.
Queen.
Fairness.
Water.
Water? As in water?
Yeah.
Reminds me of competing.
School trip.
Reminds me of getting kicked, PE.
Kidding.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. Beach.
Lifeguard.
Driving.
Crash.
Gaming.
Sister's boyfriend.
Relationships.
Fear.
Alcohol.
GABA receptor.
What? Sorry, what?
GABA receptor. Sorry, I was just studying. Like,
You're great at this, Lorraine. You're great at this. You got this. I'm enjoying this.
Benzos.
Benzos. Digital.
Virus.
Oh, Corona.
Isolation.
Translation.
Yeah, translation.
Okay. Brain crash.
Psychosis.
Anthony Padilla.
I have no idea who that is.
All right, well, let's stop right there, guys. So that was great. Now, do you remember the first word you started with right there in that exercise?
That was summer.
Yeah, and what did you end on?
Anthony Padilla.
So, do you see how easy it is to jump from topic to topic and never run out of things to say? If that was a full-on conversation, that would have been like a 5-hour thing. But since you guys were just doing words, it was just a couple minutes. So this is such a great exercise because it helps your brain go, okay, well, what does that remind me of? What does that remind me of? And then you'll never, ever, ever going to run out of things to say, because the great part of the game is you're talking about what's most exciting for you to bring it to next. And if it's always something fun for you, then it's always going to be a fun conversation no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So next, I'd like to bring Caleb in to chat with Matthias and do the exercise. How do you feel about that, Matthias?
Bring it on.
All right. And Larray, I want to thank you so much, Larry, for coming on again. You did amazing, and you charmed everybody. Oh, wait. And Matthias, yes?
Thank you so much for doing a mock tape with me, Lorraine. I really had
No
fun.
problem. That was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah, it was.
All right,
You're
cool.
so sweet.
All right. She's gone. Let's bring in Caleb.
Okay, I'm gonna hold back the boys now. Caleb! What up?
Oh, wait. I was on Snapchat on a phone call doing a quiz with a friend, and you were like, hey, I'm going to bring in Caleb. And I was like, shit.
Oh, mate. Gosh, this is amazing.
All right, guys. Have you guys ever met before?
Only through text.
Yeah. This is the first time in person. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's up?
Dude,
So
you're like...
no, you can say it. Go for it.
Honestly, I'm just gonna keep on talking, so just go with the flow.
All right.
Let's recognize
Caleb, are you familiar with this threading that we've been practicing right now?
The one where you list 3 words and then, or a word, and then think of something that reminds you of it.
Yep.
Pretty straightforward, right?
All right, so what we're going to do is you of that last word. Cool?
Sounds good.
All right. Now, this is just like Daniela says, such great hair on the screen at the same time. So I guess, guys, you should, just all do a like a hair toss right now.
right, wait.
Hair shake.
On go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh yeah! Look at you,
God,
sexy
Caleb,
man.
he's a god at this. You're a fucking demigod, dude. Fuck.
That was beautiful. I love moments like that.
All right.
Because
All
you're
right.
worth it.
Yeah. All right, Caleb, start with your word.
All right. Anchovies.
What? Say what?
Anchovies.
I have no idea what that is. Coffee.
Obvious. Morning.
Sunrise.
Trees.
Nature.
Fox.
What does the fox say?
Shitty music.
What? Can you say that again, please?
Shitty music.
Shitty music. Rebecca Black, It's Friday.
What did you say?
Rebecca Black, It's Friday. Friday.
Internet.
Beta's podcast.
Alright. Date.
Love.
John Lennon.
Oh, Legends.
Who?
Legends.
Legends. King Arthur.
King Arthur. Oh, what's his name again? Okay, I'm Chris Hemsworth.
Male model.
Male model, Caleb.
Hold up now.
All right, let's actually literally hold up right there, guys. Now let's take the exercise. You guys are doing great. The goal is no pauses, no thinking. It's all feeling. You're going to do the same exact thing, except express yourself with the word. Okay? So
What does that mean?
So, okay, basically, if it's male model, then you go, let me express myself about male model. It could be anything, your thoughts, your opinions, your feelings. And then after you express yourself, the other person goes, that reminds me of, and then you express yourself. Then, and so on. The other person goes, that reminds me of. Now, remember, the goal here is no thinking. It's just whatever you feel, because the enemy of conversation is thought. We don't want to be thinking. We just want to feel what we heard and express back to the other person. Cool?
All right.
All right, Matthias.
Fire, baby.
All right, Matthias, throw Caleb a word.
Beta's podcasts.
All right. I told a girl that I was watching a podcast and she thought I was a gamer.
That reminds me of Caleb, who's been on a date, and that sounds amazing, dude.
Did you say Shayla or Caleb?
I hope I said Caleb.
Okay, Caleb.
Just say, I want you to start with that reminds me of.
Okay.
That'll help your brain segue.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Before you even are reminded of anything, just say that reminds me of.
All right. That reminds me of being on Tinder and endlessly swiping around on people.
Okay, now hold up. I want to make sure it's an expression, right? So make sure you say, that reminds me of Tinder, and then say how you feel, your thoughts or your opinions about Tinder.
So the feeling of Tinder and swiping through a lot of people that I found attractive.
Sure.
Like something like that.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was my answer. See this.
Okay, Caleb. That reminds me of meeting amazing people that you connect with and actually have an absolute blast with.
Okay, but hold up,
Okay.
hold up, hold up. Pause, no, pause, guys, pause, guys. I want you to express yourselves about the topic.
Okay.
So when I say express yourself, so like, how do I feel about meeting people and have an amazing time with them, right?
Okay.
What are your opinions, your thoughts, or feelings about that?
In depth.
Okay.
In depth. Okay. So right now I'm having amazing time meeting Caleb because the dude is amazing and he's handsome looking, and we're just having a laugh and being taught by Anthony Recenello, the god himself. Yeah.
Oh boy. All right.
That reminds me of the massive Nerf war that I had with my family at Christmas and the pure joy I felt during it.
That reminds me of the joy of summer and the amazing warmth and the sun on your sweaty skin and just soaking up the sun.
That reminds me of going out in the boat during last summer out in the lake and loving the smell of sunscreen and sweat on the skin and letting my long hair down.
That reminds me of Australia and the Beach Boys going on their surfing boards and just riding the waves of excitements, and that makes me feel woohoo.
Right. That reminds me of going to the water park and running and jumping down the slide as fast as I can. Getting
that.
Wait, and the fun that I felt during it.
Oh, that reminds me of the excitement of the adrenaline rush when going down the slide and feeling like, oh God, am I gonna kiss the ground right now, or am I gonna survive this?
That reminds me of a dream I had where I was launched off a ramp with a plane with no wings, and there was fear until I hit the ground and woke up.
That reminds me of how amazing it is to sleep and dream until you wake up from a nightmare and you have to put on some music to fall asleep because you were scared.
That reminds me of waking up at 4 a.m. and my mouth being completely dry and the just sheer uncomfort of a sandy mouth. Always keep a cup of water by your ready.
That reminds me of the importance of staying hydrated, because if you don't stay hydrated, I know that I personally feel like I feel like Sahara.
Okay, let's stop right there, guys. Hold up. You guys, first of all, doing great. Awesome. Now, I just want you guys to have a regular conversation, but use threading. Again, no pauses, no thinking. Just have a conversation with each other and express yourself.
Okay.
Go. Anybody could start.
Go ahead, man.
Come on.
Oh, okay. You're pointing at me.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just gonna start where we left off. I have gotten really into hiking in the past year, and I really enjoy the being outside and the sun on your face and the beauty of nature.
Oh, you know what? That sounds amazing. Like, considering just being outside and hiking, it must be so freeing. Like, just walking and watching the world pass you by once you just walk on the road and be like, yeah, I'm gonna take my time, okay? Howdy there. That's basically what that would be like.
Yeah. Time spent relaxing and doing something you really enjoy is not time wasted. Especially, it's proven that hiking reduces depression and has a better mental health benefits, I guess.
That explains your great smile and the absolute radiation off of your face. I mean, dude.
Well, fun fact, I'm actually told that I have straight teeth because I grind my teeth at night.
Oh, you do? You know what? I actually used to grind my teeth as well, but I've luckily been able to stop it, I hope. Well, I can't hear myself when I'm asleep, but my son tells me that I don't do it, so I'm gonna have to trust him.
You made yourself stop grinding your teeth? Man.
You had to wear it like this, where, you know what? Wait, I'm gonna. No, that's gross. Never mind. I'm not.
You got it.
You
got it, man. You got it.
No, Caleb, trust me. You know what? This podcast is gonna be demonetized if I show it.
Okay. For the sake of us.
For the sake of the betas.
Alright, keep it going.
Yeah, so I really want to go to America, dude. I have always wanted to go to America. That's one of my dreams.
Really? You've never been to America?
Never been to America. And the worst part is, I really want to go to Texas because I want to meet Caleb, first of all, and I want to enjoy a big, fat, juicy steak with you. That would be so amazing.
A steak. Oh my God. Actually, the best steak I've ever had is in Chicago, Illinois.
Oh.
But there are Texas is known for its steaks, so you're bound to find a good one here.
Oh, spoken from a true Texan. Dude, by the way, oh my God, have you seen The Walking Dead, the TV shows?
I used to watch it, like, up until they went to the prison, I think.
No way, you've been missing out on so much, Caleb. No. Oh my God. Okay, the reason why I had to mention it is because I found out that Maggie, she's actually a Texan.
She has an accent, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
And favorite. I know it.
What can you say, dude? I mean, the most amazing part is, Rick Grimes, also known as Andrew Lincoln, he's actually an Englishman, I think. And when he has this, yeah, he has an accent too. Because there was this meme on on Facebook that every time he says Carl, he says coral.
Coral.
Coral. Okay, I'm throwing the pitch to you, dude.
All right. Let's do this. Oh wait, I start. You're not pitching an idea. Okay. Well, the conversation just ended. You play guitar, right?
Yeah. Well, sort of. I mainly just riff on it for fun, really. I wouldn't say I'm anywhere near Johnny Cash. That would be like years
of practice.
Yeah, and the dude's got an amazing voice. Oh my God.
Oh, hey, actually, speaking of that, I looked up that hard rock metal song you sent to me like a few months ago, like Everything's Bigger in Texas, I guess.
Yeah.
Like hard rock is not my genre. But like I listened to it and I just laughed the whole time. I was like, classic Matthias. Like it just wasn't what I expected, but it was just okay. I mean, I'm like at the very beginning of trying to learn a guitar, like trying to learn a Lord Huron song.
Trying to learn a song from who?
Lord Huron.
Lord. Oh, is that the guy you mentioned in the chat last time?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Dude. Oh my God. I have to, you know what? I have to admit, I wrote him down on the notes and the song, but I've totally forgotten to check it out. Hold on a second. I need to make sure that I actually have it, because if I don't, you'll have to.
Dude, life is crazy. I've been studying all week for exams and shit, and I'm just. This is actually a chance to relax. You believe it?
Chance to relax, dude. I'm so honored that you chose to relax with us, dude. That's amazing. What are you studying, though?
You what?
What weren't you studying?
Oh, I'm studying for my forestry classes. So learning about trees and the outdoors and how to be in the outdoors, I guess. Future careers, because I wanna be a park ranger when I grow up.
Park ranger? What?
Yeah.
Can you explain me what that is?
In a national park, like kind of.
Oh.
Yeah. Like you get to wear the cool sun brim hat, like which is actually kind of a reason I wanted to do it, because I love sun hats. But but I don't know, just having your workspace be the outdoors and being able to be out there, dream, man, dream.
You are such an outdoors person for sure.
Oh yeah.
Aren't you?
Yeah, I didn't used to be. I had a medical accident, and then something switched in me where I had to be outdoors, and I was like, okay, well, this is my life now. I have to be outside.
God, dude, that like, what was it? Like a literal medical condition, or?
So September of 2020, I had a stroke.
Oh my God!
Yeah. I was, and I was like, I had to learn how to walk again, learn how to eat, but we're not going to detail there now. But anyways, but I fell in love with the outdoors through that. It was just like, well, I want to be happy. We're spending time outdoors.
Absolutely. I mean, like, happiness is so important. Like,
oh yeah,
like Anthony, that's one of the things I remember he spoke about during the class. One of the classes I took, he spoke about like the positivity and that part of being happy and how it actually, because it naturally just attracts the right people if you're always happy, and if you put if you frame it in a positive way, like, okay, I'm in a bad situation. You basically did that. Like you that's basically what you did.
It's really all about how you talk to yourself. Because I mean, I used to be a really negative person, but you just have to be like, yo, homie, I love you. Like, you're looking in the mirror and you're like, hey, you're a good looking guy. You're funny, right? And it really ups the mood. You should do it if you don't already.
Dude, you are such an amazing person already, dude. You're God. You see, you're having me at the loss of words, dude. That's not acceptable. Dude, I love you, God. But like Chicago, Illinois, like, can you explain me what the town is like, or the city? Because, like I said, I've never been to America before.
I mean, I mostly live in East Texas, so it's really smallish towns. It's hot, really hot, and there's forest everywhere. So my kind of place, right?
Your kind of place, yeah. But is it San Francisco, or is it Chicago, Illinois? Where, because I've heard there's one city where it's like just uphill all the way. Is that San Francisco?
Sounds like San Francisco. I'm not sure.
Is it? I mean, imagine living there. Like, imagine if you're skating down the hill.
Calves of steel, I swear.
Oh God!
Can you imagine the cardio you would have?
That would be insane, dude. My legs would be fucking broken. Like, imagine the speed you're gonna. I mean, unless you're filming a movie, I mean, that would be freaking dangerous.
I mean, have you ever longboarded before or skateboarded?
Yeah, that's amazing, dude. I love it.
So anywhere with a hill, I guess, is a good place, because I used to do that a lot. But I mean, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
All right, guys, I'm gonna pause you right there before you guys keep talking because I could tell you guys could do it for the next few hours. It was awesome. You guys did it. You guys did amazing. And yeah, how did it feel to practice that threading right there?
It definitely was. I guess made me more comfortable in doing it, and was like, oh, hey, here's the connection here. And as you can see throughout conversation, I was able to do it better.
Great. Yeah. Matthias too.
Him too. Yeah, definitely him.
Yeah, but no, Matthias, how do you feel?
I actually really love this because it actually opened my eyes to something that I haven't really thought too much about, which is when you use this threading method, it actually opens up the conversation a lot more, but it also makes you realize whether the person you're talking with or currently spending time with actually are interested in having a conversation with you or not, because they won't be like, if I told Caleb like, hey, what did you do last summer? And he was like, yeah, I went swimming in a lot. And I was like, oh, you went swimming, where? And then they don't like continue on the conversation over the threading. That's kind of sign that like, okay, are you actually interested, or what are we doing?
And another, and speaking of that, actually, that was a really good thing to bring up, because that happens a lot in conversation, especially new conversation, where you're approaching the person. They are usually kind of not ready for a full-on conversation like you might be. So people might be more standoffish. And a great way to get them to open up is literally just to thread with yourself. So like you could be like, oh, Daniela just donated $2, by the way. Woo!
Okay, yeah.
Woo! You go, girl.
So basically threading with yourselves helps open that person up. So for instance, Caleb, I'm going to have like a little chat with you and just give me like crappy answers, okay?
Crappy answers, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So last Saturday I ran a half marathon, and it was just like I was so proud of myself because I literally thought I was going to shit my pants. I brought wet wipes with me, and I didn't have to poop. And I actually ran faster than I did the 12-mile run I did the week before. So I ran faster 13 miles than I did 12 miles on the non-race day. Have you ever done anything where you thought you were going to poop your pants?
No, not that I can think of.
It's crazy how when I was a kid, I pooped my pants until I was like 12 years old. I don't know if you know that. It was the most embarrassing moment of my life was actually when I was like, I don't know, it could have been 10 years old, it could have been 12, who knows by that time, but I was literally with my cousin and I had to poop and there was nowhere to go because we were at the beach, and I just pooped myself.
That really sucks, man. Sorry
to
hear that.
You know what else really sucks is the fact that after the run, my entire body was fucked. Like, I couldn't walk. I literally had to crawl. And for the rest of the day, like, it was just in pain. And I was thinking of taking, like, an ice bath, because I hear that when you take ice baths, you heal faster. Can you believe that if you take an ice bath, your body literally is like a mutant, like a X-Men? Do you ever watch X-Men when you were a kid?
I think I've seen like the first 2 movies.
X-Men was my favorite comic book. In fact, when I was a kid, I used to collect the cards. I don't know. Have you ever collected cards when you were a kid? Like, did you ever collect cards?
Nah,
Pokemon?
I kind of got into Pokemon, but no.
So I had the prized possession was a Spider-Man vs. Venom 3D card. And what I did with this Spider-Man vs. Venom 3D card is it was in a little plastic container, and then I put it in a shoebox, which went into a backpack, which went into a carry-on, which was locked in the back of my closet because it was such a prized possession. And anytime I wanted to like impress my like 8-year-old friends, I would bring them over, and then I would unveil I would reveal to them the 3D card out of all of these things, and I thought I was like the coolest person in the world. Did you ever have anything like where you were excited to show somebody something that you treasured?
Yeah. I mean, I can't think of it right now, but definitely.
Yeah, like what was it?
Probably
You could
my.
think of it.
Okay. This is an actual think of it.
You could do it if you want.
Oh, okay. Probably my. Damn it. My railroad spike that my dad took me to the train station once, and we took out of the rails. I still have it.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I used to carry around in my pocket?
What?
Like the Jesus spike.
the nail.
Yeah, I carried that around in my pocket because that's what Christians do. You carried around a railroad spike. I carried around a human spike.
What the fuck?
Or a godly spike because he was human and God. But are you religious?
Not as much anymore. But
Yeah, that's the same way I was. And so like as I get older, I start wondering like, should I be religious? And then I think about like old people, and they always get religious when they're about to die, like when they're starting to like sunset themselves. That's when their religion comes back, because they're like, well, if God is real, I want to go to heaven. So like, let me start going to church and shit and start believe, but it's like always during this age where we kind of shun religion for working and all of these, earthly things. Do you ever think about that type of stuff, like existentialism?
That was like my whole past 2 years.
Really?
Okay, I was going into surgery one time, and I am not religious that much, so I decided to pray to every god.
Whoa!
Buddha,
damn.
Kamishi, so that I think that in itself is a lack of faith. But
yeah, but that's actually kind of like me with food. Like if I wasn't vegan, I'm an opportunist, man. Like I'll eat anything outside of like insects or something like that. But when I was a kid, I didn't like two things that were very hard for me to like. 3 things: shrimp, onions, and mushrooms. Could not do any of those things. But now onions are like one of my favorite things. Mushrooms, I'm a little like, I love mushrooms, but they can't be like slimy canned mushrooms. And shrimp I can have, but I don't want like a big fucking shrimp in my mouth. Like I want small. Do you like seafood, Caleb?
I'm a fan of I don't trust seafood from a place in the middle of Texas.
Yeah.
I'm if I'm gonna eat it, I'll go on the coast. I trust that a little more, but
nice.
I'm a fan of some catfish.
Catfish. Oh, interesting. I thought you were gonna say cat food. Do you have a cat?
My parents do.
Yeah.
It just got pregnant.
I want a dog so bad. So instead of fully committing to an animal, I'm thinking of fostering one for a couple weeks, seeing how it feels, trying it on, and then if that's a good experience, then I'll get a dog. All right, so we could stop there. So do you see what I was doing this whole time?
Yeah, and I absolutely opened that to you a little more because I was like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, that reminded me. Yeah.
There's no fucking possible way, if you do that to somebody, that they can't just open up. Because when you get so vulnerable and express your real self, you tear down all the walls, and the person just has to fucking interact with you. Now, of course, if they don't then, after that, then you can move on. You can tell that there's something wrong. But that is like there's like something going on. Maybe they just are in a really bad mood. They think you're hitting on them, so they don't want to, do that while they're in a relationship, whatever it could be. So,
Anthony, that's something I would actually want to point out. That's something I often experience, because when you try to talk to somebody, because you've seen my energy, like how I mainly am like, and for some reason, even though I'm just trying to be like me and Caleb have been doing right now, some girls are just automatically thinking like, okay, you're hitting on me because I've given them a compliment, or because I've just had I explain this to me, almighty.
I'd have to actually see you doing this, but what I would guess is I would guess to just focus more. So what I did right there is without any questioning or without digging. And so that's the second part of this. Obviously all of this is in the conversation class, but after I would express myself, you saw me asking some assumptive questions, but after the person doesn't answer, I dig, or gives me a small answer, I'll dig a little bit more, and I'll dig a little bit more. I force the person to have a conversation with me. So I am binary with conversation. I require a completely engaged, great conversation with a person, or I don't interact with the person whatsoever. I don't have a half-assed conversation. So if I express myself and I see that Caleb is going, oh, yeah, I kind of do that, I go, oh, well, how do you do that? Tell me how you do that. And so what I might assume, Matthias, is that at first, I think when somebody meets you, they see how energetic you are, and they might think that you're not actually as interested in them as you are. And so I know how interested you are in people, but when they first meet you, they might not know that. So I would recommend try proving that to them, showing them, like, don't be satisfied with small answers from them. Dig a little deeper to them, you know.
But when you say like, because I think that would fall back on one of the first podcasts I went on when we were talking about like actually expressing attraction. Is that correct? When you said like, I think that your hair looks sexy today, for example.
Yeah.
Is that something? Because I feel like that would be, my ADD just kicked in badly.
So, expressing your attraction, are you talking about doing it as soon as you meet the person?
No, I mean like when you are, because I was trying to pick up on what. So when you are saying like trying to express your attraction, whether it's through a compliment or it basically is a compliment though.
Yeah.
It's like, because you said like you want to make sure it comes through, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But like, let's say if you were to do it through body language, how would you do it, for example?
What, express my attraction?
Yeah, through body language. But this is a person that you maybe just met once or a few times, and you don't really know each other.
I don't know. I don't really think about my body language that much. I just think about my intentions and then allow my body language to adjust based on my intentions and how I'm feeling. But yeah, listen, if you're following all the rules of good conversation and you're expressing your attraction to the person and the person doesn't like that, then they just don't like you. you know?
That's simple.
Yeah. So there's no magic trick to conversation, because if somebody doesn't like you, then that's it. Then move on.
Yeah, I think the part that I think maybe that I was really bad at earlier. I'm still practicing it because you can never stop learning, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think that's actually, let's say if I were to, I want to use Caleb as a test subject right now. If I were to like say, gosh, your hair looks amazing today, and your beard is, dude, you look fabulous. What would your initial reaction be, Caleb? Like, what would
I feel like, thank you. You're too much. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to respond to compliments, really. I think that's personally though.
Oh, okay.
So I would say just move on. You know, so like when I give a compliment, I want to say it and then I want to move on quickly because yeah, people can get uncomfortable with compliments and they could also think that you're expecting a compliment back. And so what I do is I'll say like, yeah, Caleb, your hair looks amazing. Your beard is dope as hell. Even though I have weird beard as well, you just do yours better than mine. Anyway, when's the last time you cleaned your room? It looks like you turned into the Incredible Hulk, and then it looks like you're turned into the Incredible Hulk, and then became Bruce Banner right as soon as the podcast started.
I mean, let me just adjust this way, I guess. Just my lighting.
The truth is out, Caleb. Nowhere to hide.
There we go. That better?
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I gotta get going. Actually, guys. We gotta end here. You guys did amazing. Everybody in the live chat, come on, clap it up for these two gorgeous dudes. It was amazing.
Good job, Caleb, and thanks, Anthony.
Yes, I loved having you guys get to meet today. That's really fun. And also, by the way, Daniela just donated $10 more. So holy crap, she's the best.
Wow.
She might even be the biggest Beta fan in the world. She's I gotta like call her like Beta officer or something like that. So thank you, Daniela.
I came on
Love
here
ya.
for you.
And guys, thank you so much for coming on. I just literally, while you guys were chatting, we had this TikTok girl that just agreed to coming on the show. So hold on, let me show you guys the TikTok. She's pretty dope too. Hold on, I want to show you this. Ready? Actually, how am I gonna do this? Oh yeah.
You're doing it on Zoom.
Death of the chill girl. I want none of that shit anymore. None of it. I don't care if you guys are hooking up and you want to know if you're seeing other people. You can ask him that. You can ask, hey, are you seeing other people? You don't have to worry about being chill. You can just ask her. What does this come to? You can just ask people things, especially if you're sleeping with them. In fact, you should be.
This is a TikToker, and she's spitting some hot takes about dating. So I invited her on the show. She'll be on here Thursday. She's pretty chill. That's that.
It's that.
All right, guys.
That's that.
Thanks for coming on. I'll hopefully see you on Thursday.
All right, bud.
Later.
Gator.
Bye. All right, that's the show, guys. Thanks for coming on. I'd love to get some of Shayla's dating story from this Thursday. I'd love to hear the story of how it went. Because I know that, didn't I ask you to like go on Hinge? Basically, I'm chatting with the Beta friends, Beta family, Beta members in the Discord. If you guys want to be part of that, join. It's only like 12 cents a day or something like that to become a member. You're supporting the channel. You're supporting me making a studio, hiring a producer, doing bigger and better things here so I can get bigger and better guests on. And you get cool benefits like the Discord where you get to chat with me and the rest of, the members in between live streams, which would be really dope. I want to do a Discord group chat. I think that would be fun. Group call, video call. I'm planning on doing that soon now that my life is kind of a little bit back to normal. Now that I moved into a new place. Guys, thank you so much for being here.